Well, they say you can't go home again. But I'm walking down North Street in Hatfield. This is kind of where I grew up before we moved to Depot Road on North Hatfield. This is the walk I would pretty much take pretty close to home right now. This is 47 North Street. This is the 13-acre farm right here that we used to live at. It's the old Bryant estate. We purchased it in 72, I think it was, for about $39,000, 13 acres. The barn was falling down and everything. They've really built this up nicely. Another family bought it when we moved in 76 or so, and they were a big horse family. They were the Rabels. Dad was a insurance company VP. He unfortunately died. He got hit by a hanger in the woods of basically a tree that had cracked and just fell on him at some point because of the wind or whatever. But you can kind of see what they've done with the place. The Rabels put up this riding ring here. But we had this whole area here. And what was really cool about it, if you look at this whole area here, this is all the way to the end where I'm pointing my finger here. It's got 425-foot frontage. So if you can imagine that whole frontage there. And this is the horse corral here, and then down in there is kind of where the swamp was. Then way back where those trees are, there's about 5 or 6 acres of just all kind of hay, I guess. I don't know what they have there now, but it's kind of interesting. It's interesting to come back here and walk through here. The front driveway was a U shape that went this way, and there were like 5 giant willow trees. And the willow trees are good because of the water table was so high here that the willow trees are really good at soaking up the water and such. They were massive. They were probably 150 years old, something like that. So, like I said, it's quite a place. 425-foot frontage, so it's 13 acres in total. Went back quite a ways. We used to ride our motorcycles there and stuff way in the back. You know, the guy's probably wondering why I'm filming this house now, but I guess I could probably stop by and tell him that we used to own this place. But you can see, if you zoom in pretty close, it had a wraparound porch that went all the way around. And it's kind of interesting that the house hasn't changed much since the Rabels put the aluminum siding. Actually, we put the aluminum siding on it, but the house hasn't changed. It's got a massive porch, I mean really deep, like 8 feet all the way around. And it was kind of good. So that was where I live. And you can come by here anytime. It's 47 North Street, so, but it's kind of cool. This is North Street was kind of quiet. There are not many houses on the street really. And there were a couple of horse farms here. The people up the Podmeyers, which is across the street from us, they raced thoroughbreds. So did the Bryants to a certain extent, the Bryants that owned the house before we did. The house, pretty much, people died off or whatever, and the house stayed pretty much for 13 years without anyone in it. So it had the typical problems that you have when people just leave a house, you know, leaks in the roof, things like that. But the staircase was amazing. It was like, I think it was 6 or 8 feet wide. It was really pretty amazing.